Hey, Patreon. Feeling thankful, y'all. Feeling really thankful. Brown label, Tatuaje. You know, I just got an email or Skype message from one of the students that I was working with on a scholarship, and he said, he's feeling, I'm not going to say his name, he said he's feeling all kinds of sad today. And I want to say, I know what that's like. I know what that's like. And I know what hard times are like. And I'm sure all of you know what that's like. And to reach out and to say that, to me, means a lot. And sometimes I don't always know what to say to write back right away. But I wrote back, I just said, hey, let's try to talk soon. Let's just try to talk soon. And that's it. If we can, talk to each other, call each other. Reach out. I mentioned in a YouTube video recently that it meant a lot to see you guys communicating with each other on this forum, on Patreon. And, the fellow that reached out, right, like, this is a guy that I know for a fact that, $1, $5 a month is a big contribution for him to this. And I can't tell you how much that motivates me to be here now and talk to you guys. It's been a good week for me, like in terms of I've done a mostly good job of navigating a difficult situation without making it more difficult for other people. But at the same time, sometimes when we keep our mouth shut, which is the best thing that we can do sometimes in scenarios that are stressful, we also internalize. And then we become, they say that depression is anger turned inwards. This thing's clogged. But I'm sure that's an oversimplification, okay? But it suits what I'm talking about now. The holidays. I used to be one of these guys that was like, oh, the holidays don't bother me, and it bothers, I'm sorry, I love it and whatever. And I do like it. I like being around family and seeing friends, and I like it. Thanksgiving, the football, the get-togethers. But it's true that when we love people, and other people, the people that we love other people, and sometimes there's conflicts and disagreements. That's natural. And it's hard to navigate those different things. It's hard. And one of the things that got me through this week here was just taking little breaks to practice and to teach you guys. And for me, it really helps to have something that I'm going to work on, like, you know, either a song or an exercise or some of the arpeggio stuff I was. That note's stuck. There it is. There it is. But anyway, it's something that I have to think about to kind of keep my mind off of it. And coming out here and teaching and making YouTube videos was a nice little break. I know that a lot of you guys that come here are attracted to this channel or to me or to my message because I've been open about things like addiction and mental illness, and just like, you know, try to be as transparent as I can about how I, you know, get down on myself, or how positivity can make a huge difference in our day and change, and stuff that Brother Lee Mack talks about, people like Joyce Meyer that have been an influence on me, whether you're Christian or not. I'm sure if you listen to her message, you understand what I'm saying. And you don't have to agree with everything, just check it out. And that's the thing, that's what I wanted to talk about, was this, we can disagree on things and have it not be even things we care about, and have the care that we have for others be stronger than the care we have about the subject that we're disagreeing on. And it's an opportunity every time to perform, to either perform in a way that you're going to have to make an apology for later, or in a way that you're proud of, or maybe even that you just forget because nothing bad happened. Mm-hmm. But it's hard. It's hard. And in a way, having been through lots of therapy, lots of 12-step programs, and communication, and reaching out to people like my friend did to me today, and having those people call me back, you know, it's one of the reasons I give so much, is because a lot was given to me. A lot. So I try to give back the same stuff. The same stuff. And if we can navigate a situation with kindness and compassion, and maybe patience too, right? Because patience isn't just waiting, right? Patience is how we wait. Am I worried and stressed and making everybody stressed around me? Right? Am I complaining the whole time? Am I miserable because I don't know what's going to happen? Right? Those are the things. So if we can be patient, and, you know, gosh, if we got to pick up this, so what? If we got to say a little prayer, if we got to do some meditation, if we got to listen to a record, right? Whatever it is, smoke a cigar. But when we screw up, that's human. That's human. And there's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry. Nothing. And, you know, please, I hope you can forgive me. This is what I know that I did that was wrong in my mind. And is there any way I can make it right? Now, what happens when we didn't do anything? and somebody gets mad at us. Well, so I'm going to be full of a bunch of dumb sayings today, I guess. But one of the sayings I've heard is a resentment is like taking poison and expecting the other person to die. Mm-hmm. That's a cliche, but there's a lot of truth in it. So if somebody wronged us and we can't find it in our heart to forgive them, or at least go through the motions of forgiveness, because that sometimes it starts with just going through the motions. Because I don't want to run with negativity. Like, hey, I want to be true to myself. I want to be real. I want to be authentic, right? And authentically, I'm pissed off. Authentically, I think everything sucks. Realistically, truly, I don't like the situation and I don't like what you did. Okay, but that's easy. That's easy. That's a low-hanging fruit. More cliches. What's hard is knowing how that affects me. Knowing that I'm going to sleep thinking about something somebody said that upset me. Waking up thinking about something. Ever get in a Facebook argument, like a good one that you really, and then you go to sleep and you leave your comment and you wake up and the first thing you think of is, I wonder if they wrote back, right? You know, that kind of stuff. But it's even worse with family. And I'm going through it right now with the family, right? That's a little better. Anyway, that's easy. It's easy to get angry. It's easy to get upset. It's easy to hold on to that, to be mad. That's surface level. What's hard is to say, I know that doesn't make me feel good. I don't like waking up like that. I don't like going to sleep like that. Today, I'm going to forgive this person. And, you know, you don't have to tell them. You don't even have to tell them. Because, you know, if you tell them, they might be like, I mean, you can. If they know they did wrong. But if they don't know they did wrong and they hurt you and they think that you did something and you didn't do it and you say, I forgive you, that's just going to make them more mad. I mean, you can do that. They'll just get more mad. So, but that's hard. It's hard to wake up and say to yourself, you know, I forgive so-and-so and whatever it is that you believe in, help me to forgive them. And, you know, here's what I think. I think that you, if you did anything wrong, you've already been forgiven. I believe that. I think it's your job to try to get out of the way and receive that forgiveness. Try to receive that forgiveness, which is hard. It's mad at ourselves a lot. A lot of us are mad at ourselves a lot. But waking up in the morning and saying, you know, like Lee Mack says, today is going to be another great day, that's, a lot of people might think that's bullshit. Well, what do you mean today is going to be another great day? Well, it's what that is a statement of, I know what happens when I decide what I want everything to be, right? Like, or when I think that I know what everything's going to be. And if I continue to tell myself that things suck and that things are hard and that things are that are awful, well, that's a lot of what's going to happen to me. A lot. And I only know this from experience, right? And through years and years and years of being a broken toy. You've heard that song, right? If you haven't heard it, go check it out. Listen to the lyrics. I'm dead to all the living, living life after death. I'll suffocate the breathing every time I take a breath. And it goes on and on like that. And that is the song of a martyr to my own hatred of myself. Mm-hmm. This thing is just not smoking right. I don't, that song's not true anymore, right? I can still sing it like it is, but that's not who I am anymore. But it took work to get out of that. And it took a lot of blind faith and dogma and putting one foot in front of the other and saying things like it's going to be another great day, and also going to therapy, and also reaching out and calling people, and for me, praying for forgiveness, praying to forgive other people, to love other people, for God or whoever or whatever to do the best things that they can do in that person's life. That's the scariest prayer I say, y'all, is God, I want you to do anything you can do in my life to bring me closer to you. Because I know that might mean an upset. Because I know that whatever it is that I'm thinking about the most is what I'm making my God. Sometimes that's food, it could be sex, it could be music, it could be my career, it could be worrying about money, it could be worrying about anything. It could be YouTube, it could be Patreon, it could be my girlfriend, my wife, my husband, my sister, my brother. But that's a scary prayer because those things can be taken away. But that's the best prayer. Now, if we don't put those things first, we don't have to worry about them being taken away, do we? My buddy Andrew says, watch your thoughts, for your thoughts become your words. Watch your words, for your words become your actions. Watch your actions, for your actions become your habits. Watch your habits, for your habits become your character. Watch your character, for your character becomes your thoughts. It's like a Lao Tse Su or whatever his name is. That's who said that, right? Now that's not hard. I didn't ever have to try to memorize that. It's not hard to say that is what I mean. It's hard to do that. But I didn't have to memorize that because I've seen that happen in my life over and over and over again. So that when first time I heard that, I already knew it. I could say it back to anybody because I had seen that in my actions become my habits, become my character. My character became today sucks. I'm no good. I hate this person. I'm angry. I deserve better. And then those thoughts became my words. Just like that. I hate this. I don't like this. I'm miserable. And then those words became my actions. Fuck you. Right? I'm not doing that. I'm going to do whatever I want instead. I'm about ready to give up on this cigar. Very rarely does a tattoo I hate have an issue like this. Normally you can poke something through there. Anyway, back to the electronic vapor. Went from analog to digital. And all that all that applies to music. That's why I'm always telling you guys, okay, don't get down on yourselves, or don't say this to yourself. Like, don't, the YouTube episode, don't beat up on my friend. And like because it's so important that we become amused with our human flaws rather than upset. You know, and it's hard. It's hard to do that. Everything that I'm saying is hard. You know that guy, Jonah Fox, right? You know, he makes YouTube videos, harmonica videos. I'm sure some of you guys have checked him out. Go check him out. The videos are amazing. They're really well done. Like, he's a really good YouTuber. Anyway, in this video he made recently, he said 5 easy ways to get to like the next level on harmonica or whatever. And then he proceeded to list 5 things that were extremely difficult to do. Like practice every day, all day, and like, you know, and all this stuff, right? And I wrote under the video, I said, Jonah, this is a great video. And I said, it's really great to see you making some really super honest content. I said, but the title, bro, the title. I'm like, there's nothing easy about any of this. It's hard, and it's hard work. And that's what makes it so rewarding and so beautiful. Okay, I'm officially giving up on this. It's out. It wanted to go out from the very start. It never wanted to smoke. It's hard. This whole thing is hard. And I'm not talking about harmonica. I am. I'm talking about all of this. And art imitates life. Okay? It's very, very, almost never, rarely the other way around, right? If it's even possible to be the other way around. I posted that funny video of me dancing to Howard, okay? And some people said, I love Howard and I admire him greatly, and he's, you know, without a question, the greatest harmonica player in the world, but his music doesn't do anything for me. Well, I mean, I can understand why somebody would say that. That's not true for me. It does. I do get emotional content out of a lot of Howard's stuff. But I think that some of that has to do with the experiences that I've had culturally, living around jazz and Latin music and all kinds of different stuff. So I think I processed it a little differently, because I used to feel that way about Howard, and then my mind changed on that subject, which is a beautiful thing. Changing. Being able to change our mind. And anyway, well, I want to talk about that more, but let's hope that I revisit that. But here's the thing, like, it's okay to not like something. It's okay to not like Little Walter. It's okay to not like me. It's okay to think that, oh, well, Jason's music's too intellectual, or it's too emotional. I don't, I get both sides of the coin, both critiques. It's okay. And it's okay to become devout to one particular area of study, one particular area of music. And one of the things that Jonah Fox mentioned in his top 5 things to do to get better was to not jump on the next video on YouTube, to stay on one, to become, again, devout, obsessed, interested in, overwhelmingly excited, and exclusionary to just that technique. I'm just going to work on this, and I'm just going to work on this for a while. Now, when you play music, play anything you want. But when you practice, I'm just going to practice. So here's what I do. I give myself 2 things a week usually. Now, this guy on here on Patreon, S Mad, his name is S Mad. He's been in the chat section recently, and he's been saying to everybody, here's what I'm working on. What are you guys working on? That's amazing. That is amazing. That's what I want to hear. This is what I'm working on. What are you guys working on? I got a lot more work to do on this. I'm going to do this for a while, and then maybe I'll figure out something else later. Right now, I'm working on minor triads and for a few different chords, okay? And leading tones within those triads. That's it. Okay, and then I'm working on a song for the next album that I'm writing. Okay, a harmonica rack. That's it. And I don't do 2 in one day. Just me personally. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I do. I'm going to go, this is what I'm doing today, or this is what I'm going to do now for like 3 hours, right? I know I say 5 minutes, but that's how it starts. I say I'm going to do it for 5 minutes, and then maybe I work on it for 3 hours. And then maybe I take a break, and then maybe in the same day I do come back and then do the harmonica rag if I feel like it. But usually I save that for another day, right? That's the name of the song. It's something like harmonica rag. It's going to be like Dockside Rag or Watkins Rag or Medlux Lewis Rag, or I don't know what to call it. I can only handle so much at a time. And I don't want to get lost. And I don't want to lose my focus on what it is that I'm doing. And sometimes I can't allow myself to think about other things that's going on. Like, where's the money going to come from? How about that one? Or what if this person, never stops doing me wrong, right? Or I've forgiven them, how come they can't forgive me? It's out of my hands. It's out of my hands. So what do I have control over? Me. How I react to it. It's almost uncontrollable to have a thought. I hate this. I don't like this. I'm no good. I'm too good. I don't need to listen. The stuff that I talked about in my last video, almost uncontrollable. But what is controllable is the process of learning how long I hold on to that thought. Now at this point, I'm getting kind of good at it. So it's becoming, but what I've noticed is that there's choices sometimes. I'm going to hold on to this negative thought because I'm angry and I'm pissed. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Jason's mad at some family situation. Jason's going to hold on to it. Jason's going to be pissed. Let's see what happens. I deserve to be pissed. I'm right? Right? Let's run with that. What happens? Nothing good. Again. Nothing good again. How many times am I going to play that record before I realize it just spins? How many times? I don't know, a few more, I promise you. A few more. But I catch it quicker. I catch it. I'll let it spin around. Sometimes way more times than it needs. I'll play that song a few times. But I know how it goes. And I know how it ends. And now I know how it starts. It starts with me going, fuck it. Pardon my language. Right? I deserve to be mad. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve this. I deserve that. This guy who wrote me, man, like I said, this guy maybe doesn't even have $1 a month for Patreon, yet he makes sure that he pays me on Patreon. Hey, what's up with that? That's some beautiful, beautiful stuff. Bro, if you need 86 the dollar, I will send you these videos personally. You know who you are. So you want to hear these minor triads, right? So check this out. I don't even know if I can explain this well enough. So here's the first one. Okay, so that's just a 1 draw, 2 double bend, 3 double bend. I've done this in tons of videos. Here's what I haven't told you. Here's the second triad. But if that was a 7, it would have a 5 draw or a 2 double bend in it. Because that's the same note, just an octave lower, right? So now I'm going to take a note from the 7 of 4, the second chord. I'm going to take that 2 double bend, since it's part of another chord. Hear that? So that's me using one note that belongs to 2 different chords. Right? So that's what's called the leading tone, I think. And that is where you've heard me say a lot of times I don't like the saying less is more, because it's overly simplified. The saying itself, less is more, doesn't have enough. How about that? But that is an example of less is more, because it's an example of using something that you already have to give you more of something else. So I'm still practicing minor triads there, even though the second chord has 4 notes in it, not a triad. So I'm implicating a 4th note on the second chord by just hanging a little longer than I should or just long enough on another chord, on another note. A ton of you probably already know this, so I'm just really getting into it. And this is what Miles Davis was into, right? Here's the funny thing. So I do some of my best playing when I'm Skyping with students, or even when I'm making some YouTube videos, because I'm just trying to do what it is that I've told myself that I'm going to do. Because when I'm teaching, I'm telling you, and I'm telling me, okay, this is what we're going to do, and I'm going to get a little creative with it, but not much, right? This is what I'm going to do. Okay, now here's the funny thing. I actually start getting more creative when I have less, because I have less to manage. My man Bruce Weinstein, who wrote the article on me for Forbes in this month's Harmonica Happenings, the entire article is about that. That's what it is. It's about taking less, or taking what you have and making it manageable and doing the most you can with what's on your plate. That's why you don't move on to the next YouTube video. I got to teach, holy crap, right now. I think I'm late for a lesson. Oh, shucks. Okay. All right, to be continued. I'll be back after this lesson. Hey, everybody. I was going to finish that Patreon video, but now I'm not. I'm in bed, and we got a flight to catch in the morning. But I thought it would be better to post that now than to not post it at all, just because I couldn't tag it up and tie it up in a nice little bow. But speaking of bows, happy holidays, and I hope you guys are doing good, and appreciate everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll do more on arpeggios and leading tones coming up. All right, bye.